Yeah, it's just playing up quite a bit. It's dropping a lot. We're on live, so hopefully this will connect up again. We'll have the video, we'll have the meditation, and if it does drop during the meditation, what I'd say to you is to, hi Sonia, I'm really sorry about the way this is going this evening. Mariella, how are you? You're welcome. If it drops during the meditation, I think we'll just leave it, because there's something happening in the area as well, because when I tried to get back on, it said that the signal was low. So we have Ona, Mariella. That's good. At least you're getting back into it. And fingers crossed, hands crossed, everything crossed, and let's see. Okay, so is everyone clear on what, Sonia? Everyone clear on what we are going to do with that? Teresa, yeah, I'm definitely saying here. We look at those words again, patience. I tell you what, if I was doing it, no, I think at number one, what I'd put personally, I'd put in no hope, Leslie, no hope of escaping. I'd put in acceptance as number one, and I'd go around, then, as I say, it is a personal journey, so it's one of the reasons it's best not to be, you wouldn't do it in an online group, it would be on a face-to-face group. But I'd put acceptance, because acceptance has allowed me to move away from what I felt was impositions. It allowed me to be me, so I wasn't worried about what someone else thought. I wasn't worried about different things that beforehand would have annoyed me. And the likes of this evening, yeah, it's a bit distressing, but if that happened to me, I used to have quite a lot of things happening with connections back when I started here 18 months ago. But acceptance of the situation, no matter what it is, the resistance is lowered. So when you have acceptance personally, I feel that everything else falls into place, because our stress is created really by situations around us, because they're out of our control. And when things are out of our control, we really get our energy built up and up and up. And when that happens, it's very hard to realize that your spiritual journey is a different journey to your mind's journey. And then you have all that goes with that, the blood pressure rises, lack of sleep, all the secondary conditions that presents themselves then. Yeah, you know, we're all, this is it, Teresa, we're all kind of wired the same. And when we find ourselves in distress, it's very hard to turn off the key. Years ago, I used to do stress management workshops, and there was a friend of mine who wanted to do one. The first one I was doing in the area, she wasn't available for. The next time I was doing it, I said to her, you know, I'm doing it so many weeks, and she said, I'm too stressed now to do it. That's fine. Again, she says, when you're doing the next one, let me know. Went back when I was doing the next one, and she says, no, I don't need it now. one of the things we find is we always need to cope with management or stress. That we have to have the insight to realise that our stresses is manageable at all levels. The earlier you learn to manage them, the better. And that's that is the reality of it. So, hello, we have a good few extra new people. Well, your names didn't come up in the previous. This is about the 4th or 5th time we've been on this evening now in the last half hour. But we're going into meditation now. Patricia and Mary and Navine, or Navine, I think it is, isn't it? Mariella, you're back. Yeah, hi to everyone, and it's lovely to see you. Lovely to see that you got back in to join me. So now what you're going to do is you're going to sit back in a comfortable chair, and we're going to actually do some relaxation to lower my stress levels, right? Yeah, a few weeks ago I showed this. Now I have to see where I can get it. This came in a bag of firewood. I don't know whether you can see it. Is that a better way to see it? And I took it out of the bag and seen it was very light block, so I thought, yeah, it's no good. It's not what I'm looking for. So I put it on, sitting on a table. And as I looked at it, here I seen the eye, the nose, and the mouth. And this was all within the tree. This wood came from a very old estate and a very historical history to it. And it was extraordinary when I seen it. And on top of that, what you have is this kind of Mohican type of top. So like you have it's in perfection really. And that's what I just said I'd take it in to show you, considering we were doing. So it shows the energy that a tree has. I done nothing to colour that. All I did was put linseed oil on it to preserve it, and it needs more now because I've only done that once in 30 years. But yeah, it was really something. I was blown away with it at the time. Anna, lovely to see you. Marie, you got back. Oh, I'm dangerous when it comes to touching anything. And Elizabeth, hello. Elena, lovely. We're just ready to do the meditation now. And as I say, if the connection drops, I'm not going to come back in. I'll leave you to come out of the meditation yourself. And generally what happens is you come out of the meditation, but when we're finished here, what I do is I kind of do just a gathering of the energy that everyone is safe. I don't believe in being at risk, but it just is about respecting everyone's energy. So if we have to break down before 8 o'clock, if we have a breakdown, just sit in your power and stay in that space to just allow yourself to continue in the relaxed bit and wherever your journey brings you. All right, so now you're just sitting nice and relaxed. I'll just take a drink before we start. Nice and calm, and the stillness of the mind. Just breathe in with awareness and breathe out, releasing any tension that you're feeling. Just releasing and relaxing. as you breathe in, just breathe in love. And breathe out, you're breathing out love. And as you're aware of that love, just visualize yourself being transported to a beautiful meadow. In the meadow you have beautiful wildflowers. You have the rabbits running around, and the hares too. Just the beauty of nature. And as you look around, you see different trees, that all different forms of trees, some tall, some slender. Just be aware of what tree you'd like to sit beside. Which of those trees draws you towards it? And as you approach the tree, just sit, just allowing yourself to be supported by the tree. You're sitting, relaxing, and just allowing yourself to lie back as if you were going to go into the tree. Just to feel the energy, to be aware of that essence of spirit that's within the tree, and the connection that you have with it. Feel the strength that's coming from the roots. Moving up through the trunk of the tree and up towards the heavens. Just allow your energy to blend with the energy of the trees. You feel as if the breeze is blowing against you. And that beautiful sense of freedom. We're all one with Mother Nature. Just be aware of that energy. Be aware of the healing that you're feeling as you blend with the energy of the tree. You're in that safe space. Space where you're at one with Mother Nature. And just be aware how the tree gets its strength from the roots that's into the ground. Blend with the roots, blend with that strength that's within you. Become aware of it. That strength that brings courage. And that gives you the power to look at things in a different way, released from tension, released from fear. Just that beautiful feeling, that sense of freedom. Just come back into the trunk of the tree and be aware of that strength that you feel as if you're reaching up to the heavens. And being aware that Mother Nature has given you this gift. Just be at peace with yourself. Now you hear the birds that's joining you, and they're flying overhead. A beautiful, sweet song that you're hearing. And the birds know that the tree gives them safety. And they're also able to sit and watch the world go by in that sense of freedom. As you're sitting there, just become aware of the presence that's near you, or your guides are drawn close. And your guides are blending with you and with the trees that's around you, as well as the one that you're sitting with. its power, its energy. It's beautiful. Just allow that presence to communicate with you. Open up your hearts and your mind and allow yourself to be present with them. As you're with the spirit of the trees and the spirit of Mother Nature. Just be in that beautiful place where you feel the sense of freedom and the sense of knowing that you can connect with that strength. That beautiful sense of peace and harmony. And before you leave the tree, ask your guide if they want to give you something. So in your mind's eye, just hold your hand and ask them to give you something to help you recognize the strength you have within, and to recognize the courage you have. So whenever you're in need of that strength and courage, that you can hold your hand feeling the gift that your guide has given you. A very beautiful feeling that you're not alone. And now, as you thank the tree for allowing you to share their energy with you, thank the birds that came and helped to lighten the energy that you were feeling within. And now thank your guide that is with you all the time, but it's just at this moment in time you're more aware of their presence. So gradually just come back into awareness of where you're sitting. Move your fingers and toes and follow that movement. And allow yourself to be present, but at the same time, remain where you are if you can, and to allow yourself just to be in that space and to be relaxed, and just to reflect on what happened during the meditation. I always feel when we do meditation that there's healing happening, where your teams are coming together in force, and it is it's no different. I just felt it was a little bit how would I put it? It was a different type of healing this evening. It was a type of healing that it seemed everyone was involved in it. It just wasn't. It wasn't one or two that had different conditions to be helped. It was just as if everyone experienced healing, and that doesn't happen now every time. But yeah, thank you all, and we've had a good few with Maria, Dina, and pardon me if I pronounce your name wrong, Tatiana, Bernadette, how are you? Jacqueline, and Massimiliana, lovely name, Elena. I think Elizabeth, I'm not sure, Elizabeth, I think, were you in beforehand? Yeah, it was it was an eventful evening, wasn't it? We had our events that happened as, but the meditation is the main part of it. I feel when we can go off and feel the freedom, feel the energy, because it is about energy, and it's about how we're able to just let go of the conditioning that has been happening all our lives, and all of a sudden we now know that we can fly free from that. And it's difficult when you're in the midst of a stressful situation, there's no doubt about that. And the difficulty is that our mind chatter goes on all the time, and you can't stop that. There's no, they will tell you, I know Buddhists that would have spent years in meditation. For them, yes, but remember, Buddhists live a very different type of lifestyle. They're more secluded in their environment, so they don't have all the different things of everyday life to work with. But apart from the Buddhist monks and someone who spends a lot of time in meditation, mind chatter goes on all the time. And the way to deal with that is that when something comes in to your mind, it's just to acknowledge it. Don't try to fight it, because once you start to engage in it, once you start telling it, oh, yeah, I don't want you now, just go away and I'll do something there. Just say, okay, and don't engage in that mind chatter. So that is the best way to deal with anything that keeps coming up. Because I say mind chatter it's natural. You're not going to still the mind to that level. But once you acknowledge it and you go back to the journey that you're on in the meditation, and sometimes what can be good, I don't know what happened there. The phone started making noise.
A few moments to see if
it started to play back the
join us again. I don't really know what.
Yeah. So I will leave you and love you for the week. Hope you have a lovely evening, and see you next week. Okay, bye.